Hello YouTube, it's Nicole, and it's Sunday the 15th. I've been here in an undisclosed location, and well, for probably about 11 days. I go home in a couple, so make it 12 days. Surgery was on the 5th. I had FFS, so I look a lot better than I thought I was going to look at this time. But I'm still getting a lot of pain. I'll tell you this, if you're marginal, in other words, are doing it just because you could do it and don't really need it, I don't know if it's worth the pain. It hurt like a bitch and still hurts like a bitch. I mean, my head, if you look at my scalp, has an incision that runs all the way from here to here, so I had a tiara of staples. I have a scar over here, which I'm working, massaging, and it should be gone in a few days. I've got a little bit of bruising left on my trach right here, and swelling, and my jaw inside and out is swollen like a chipmunk, and still hurts. But I like the results so far. I mean, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to see what the real results are for 3 months. But I think it's good so far. But I can tell you this, I am so happy with my surgeon because he doesn't go over the top, and he didn't really change who I am. He altered the gender perception of who I am, but he didn't change who I am, and I think that's good. So I could look and see the similarities, and I could still see the differences and say, yeah, that image is much more feminine than it was before. I will tell you this though, there's a big difference between being on that gurney wheeled into the OR the second time in 8 months than there was the first time. When I was going for GRS, GC, the correct term today, according to WPATH for the sex reassignment surgery from long ago, is called gender confirmation surgery, and my doctor works heavily in the WPATH community, so he corrects me all the time. So I use GCS when I'm talking here. So, but the big difference between being wheeled into that operating room the second time from the first time is this time I was nervous and questioning it, but I knew I needed my revision. I was not happy. Not happy with the way it was looking. But then again, it was a 2-step, and he told me it ain't going to look good till after the second step in the labiaplasty. And I'll tell you this, that fear that was going through my body, going through my mind, was overwhelming, and the nurse picked up on it. Sarah was great, Alicia were great in the pre-op room, getting me set up, and I was trying to hide it from them. I don't know if they saw it, but I was freaking out inside. And the nurse, as soon as she got me into the waiting area outside the operating room, she was sitting there with the anesthetist and said, she's very nervous. And I looked up at her, I said, how could you tell? She goes, I could just tell. She grabs my hand, she goes, you were shaking. I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice. I said, yeah, I've been through this. And I go, I'm questioning, is the pain worth it? And I look in the mirror, I go, oh my God, boy. She goes, honey, you're beautiful. I'm like, thank you. And the anesthetist was like, don't worry, I'll give you a cocktail so you could calm down a little bit. I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, it's a cousin to Valium. I don't know what it was called. All I know is that she pushed that syringe in me, in my IV, and I was la. That was like the last thing I remember. And I tell the doc, I said, how'd you get me on the table if I passed out outside? And he goes, what are you talking about? You scooched up on the table or helped us a little. I'm like, wow. So I was really freaking out before the surgery started. And then around 3:30 in the afternoon, I guess. I'm throwing random numbers out there. Sarah could correct me, Alicia could correct me because they were there. I love my friends. And they were there, and I started to open my eyes up, and oh my God, from that moment till now, I'm telling you, I'm not a baby. I have a high pain tolerance, and I'm walking around, and I'm fixing toilets, and fixing drains, and cooking, and cleaning with Sarah, doing laundry, so I'm not, you know, not non-functional. But oh my God, just a constant pain here and here that just doesn't seem to go away. And whenever you eat inside, to get at the jaw, they're not going to mess your face up because it's your beautiful face, right? So they go in through your mouth and all along here. Every time you eat, it's just raw. But, some people say, wow, it shouldn't be hurting that much right now. And all I know is that everybody else I've seen that has FFS looked 10 times worse than me right now. And I'm like, wow, this guy is good because he didn't go over the top like I thought some people do. And he gave me exactly what I was looking for. And if it gets better than this, holy shit, I love what's gone with me. So for you, all of you that don't listen to me every time I say it, Dr. Loren Schechter, between the jaw and the braces, can't get anything out right sometimes. So it's Dr. Loren Schechter, spelled Schechter. He is from University Plastic Surgeons out of Morton Grove, Illinois. He is not the greatest. He doesn't do the greatest number of GCS and FFS. And I'll tell you this, it's probably because he doesn't work it the same way that other people do. He has a very successful plastic surgery business, so he's doing mommy makeovers, breast reconstruction, hand reconstruction, face reconstruction, rhinoplasties. He's doing everything in the community, okay? Age-defying surgeries, everything that you could think. So he's not just in our community, but he makes a beautiful downstairs, and I think he did a beautiful upstairs. And my face. Anyhow, so I wholeheartedly support him, wholeheartedly, and he is an amazing surgeon. And I've met 2 other surgeons that assisted on the 2 different surgeries. Dr. Seitz, Iris Seitz, assisted. She was awesome on my first surgery. And he had Dr. Pavone, I wish I knew his name, assist on his first name, assist on the second surgery, and he's pretty good looking. But anyway, I'm done with surgeries unless it's a touch up here, a touch up there, to down there, or, I'm in my 40s. Maybe I get something done with my eyes to get rid of the wrinkles. I don't know, but I don't think I'm ever going to do that. I think I'm done. I'm fine. I'm living my life. So I'm all disheveled. I'm hot. Chicago, it's supposed to be cold. It's hot. So that's where I'm at. And I'm very happy. And even though I'm very talkative right now, I'm also I'm going to go fall asleep when I'm done. But I had a great time on this visit. And even though I'm in pain, I want to be honest with you. I'm like, I look at the results right now, and I go, wow. And there's a huge point, like from the day I got out of the hospital till now, that I've been like saying, did I really need it? And I don't think it's that you really need it. I think it's that little bit that just pushes you over the top of that crest from sir to ma'am. And I think that's what it does for me. Because I am effing tall. And I've got big shoulders and big arms that need to go away. And I think when people look up, ow, that hurt, at me, they're like, oh wow, Amazonian, oh, it's a boy. Now I might not get that, who knows. But in reality, I like it. I like the results. I'm happy. And it makes me happy. So it really didn't have to be for everybody else. I'm toying with this whole video that I want to do in the future. And it's going to be about how you get into the community when you first start when you first come out, you say, I'm transgender. And you seek out that community, and that community is really a very vast community. You have FTM and MTFs, you have cross-dressers and transvestites and gender queers, and they're all usually in these groups of people called gender associations, or gender identity groups, or transgender groups. And you know, you get into this collection and you got a lot of different ideas going on, right? So you get in there and your mind gets opened up to all these other things, but you find, no, I really am transsexual, and you go down the path to becoming who you are. And you get to a certain point where the parties of dressing up in glamour gowns and stuff, and the collective thought of like having an event to go out and be yourself starts to become not as important to you, and living your everyday life does. And then you get into this balancing act of, you like these people and you want to be with them, but you feel like, oh, I'm not getting anything from them and they're not getting anything from me, and that balance starts to go out of whack. And then sometimes you get called an elitist because you're done and you just want to be living your life. So I'm trying to put together a video, and I want your help. I know there's other transgender girls in all different spots along that journey, you know, just starting out, been doing it for a while, have decided not to go through with the surgery, have had the surgery a long time ago. I know there's a little bit of every one of you that watch my videos, and I am very interested to see your comments in this video so I could do my video about what you think the transgender community as a bucket, how it helped you or hindered you, how you were able to help it and give back to it. I'm not looking for any strong pro or strong con. I'm looking for the truth. Because in my life, the trans community, whether it was cross-dressing or transsexual or transgender or fetish or whatever, it got me to this point. I met Sarah because of Southern Comfort Group. I met Allie because of Be All. I met a lot of people that are going to be in my life for a very long time from these groups. But now I look at it and go, I'm not looking for a surgeon. I'm done with surgeries. I live my life every day. I'm Nicole. When I walk out the door, I'm Nicole. When I come in the door, I shop as Nicole. I'm just Nicole. And it's a different thing when you're going to a mixed group than it is with that trans group I can go to, where everyone is there and they're starting out and finished up, and everybody has all these everyday issues that transsexuals have to deal with. And that's it. I just wanted to see what your thought process might be on that. YouTube, I love you. I want to take this one last second to say thank you, all of you, every one of my viewers, for the wonderful prayers for my mom, for the get wells for me, and for supporting the community as a whole. I have read a couple of emails over the last month that have choked me up. There's one of you that told me your own story and how this video helped you. And I don't give names, and I'm not going to give any direct situations, but you touched me and made me see that disappearing from YouTube might not be such a good thing. But that's it. Thank you all, and thank you for letting me know that I make a difference with the rest of you. You have a great day. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.